Hey guys, it's Strawberry Ellie here and welcome back to another video. And this is actually my first sit-down video with you guys from back home in Berlin, Germany. As a few guys might know from my last vlog, I mentioned it. And yeah, after traveling for 9 months, I'm finally back home. I'm back home now, and I have to deal with a few things, and I thought I share a little life update with you guys. It's gonna be about change, because that's actually what's going on with my life right now. A lot of change, and also a few tips for downsizing and some benefits, because that's actually what I'm doing right now, and I thought I'm gonna share that with you guys. So I hope you enjoy this little update video, and obviously if you have any more questions about my life, what I'm doing, what I'm passionate about, or anything like that, just leave them down below as always. And yeah, I'd say we just start off with the video. After traveling for 9 months through different countries such as Asia or Europe, and I've also been to Australia and the States, I'm back home now, and I realized during these 9 months I changed a lot. It's just the situation of getting somewhere and just stepping out of your comfort zone and just be able to know how to get around and know how to spend your time with, what you want to do in the day, and also where you have to go to pick up your fruit or anything like that. You have to figure that out, and you have to be independent. And during that time I realized I've grown a lot and I changed a lot. And coming back home, I was kind of confronted with the situation, with the kind of old me I was before I left to go to travel. I was kind of in a weird place and I didn't really know how to deal with it. I knew there was a lot of change happened in the past, and now the situation changed as well, because I'm in a new place, kind of an old place, as you know what I mean, but it's a different situation. And I had either the way of pushing against it and freaking out and not knowing what to do, or accepting it, accepting the change and embracing it and making the best out of it. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm back home, the place I used to grow up with, and I have a lot of memories here. I'm also having a lot of things I'm holding on to, and I realized I don't really need these things anymore. I had a lot of things I was emotionally attached. I thought I want to keep them because of the good old memories, I'd say. But to be honest with you, I have the memories in my head. I don't really need physical things to remind me of these old times or like a certain memory, because I have them in my head anyways. And holding on to these things just takes up a lot of space, not just physically. Obviously cleaning out and downsizing also makes a lot of physical space. You have a lot more space in your room, for example, or your apartment, or just in general, but also you have a lot more emotional and mental space. A lot more space to think about other things and don't stress about things you're holding on to for so long. So I got rid of a lot of things. I downsized a lot, not just in terms of my clothes, but also books and other things I was holding on to, and it was really freeing for me. Things I haven't even been looking at for so many years. I thought, you know what, like I haven't been looking at them, I haven't been thinking about them, so why would I think about them for the next weeks or months or years? So I don't really need them. And that is just because I want to accept a new part of my life that started now. I'm back home and I could just do everything I used to, but that is not how I am right now. I changed a lot and I'm a different person, and I'm interested in different things, and I want to do different things. I want to use the space and the time I had for different things I'm passionate about. I created a lot more space, as I said, and downsizing is great for that. You get a lot of benefits from that. I already made a video about that. I'm going to link that down below. While I'm traveling, I did that with a lot of my things I used to own, so I have more space, because obviously when you're traveling you want to have at least amount of weight you have to carry, and if you actually really need something you can just pick it up. I don't want to be as emotionally attached to things anymore, because at the end of the day these are just physical things. The things that should take up the most of the space in my head and in my life should be the things I value the most, and these are things you can't buy with money. These are not physical things. These are relationships and things I'm passionate about, I want to do, people I love, I want to value in my life, and memories and experiences. These are the things I really value, and these should be the things that take up the most space in my head, in my mind, in my life. So having all these things they just kind of take up too much space. So I got rid of a lot of things. I downsized a lot, so I have space for new ideas, for being more creative, and also just have more physical space, obviously, to keep things more organized, do new things, have more opportunities, and just living with that. Another thing I already mentioned is I had to cope with the change. It was difficult for me to coming back here. One aspect I definitely realized is that I have to accept the change. I have to deal with it and I have to make the best out of it. We can't push it away, but at one point we have to face it, we have to deal with the change, because change is happening all the time. Circumstances change, new opportunities come up, and stepping out of your comfort zone is important for these things. And change just help us grow. We just have to accept it, we have to embrace it. Humans naturally fear change because they fear the unknown, but not knowing what happens next doesn't have to be something you have to worry about, you have to stress about. If you just have a positive mindset and just accept the things, the positive things that come to you, they will come. It's kind of the law of attraction, I think. So you will attract good things and they will come to you as soon as you have an open mindset to them. So just be open in terms of change. I'm like that now. I still have this kind of fear of not controlling things, but it's all in the moment. I'm trying and I'm taking day by day. I don't need to have to know what's coming next week or where I'm gonna be in 2 months. I don't have to know that right now. I'm just gonna live in the moment and just make the best out of it, because that's what life is about. Living in the now, not in the past, but also not in the future. Living your life with all the space you created, with all the space you have, and focusing on the things you value in life and you're passionate about and you actually want to do. That's exactly what I want to do for the next month. And then I obviously gonna keep you updated with other things. I want to travel a lot more, and even downsizing just helps me with that, because having less things just means having less things to worry about, having less things to carry with you. Because when I was away, I realized all the things I have in here I don't really need, because all the things I had with me, that were the things I needed, and if I really need something, I just pick it up and I'm not emotionally attached to it, so I can just give it away after I don't need it anymore. Embrace the change and just go with the flow and go with it. I know that sometimes things get difficult and we don't feel comfortable with it, and it's difficult to accept it, but we kind of have to make the best out of it, right? And this is for everyone different. Everyone deals and copes with it in a different way, but you have to find your way. And that is what life is about. I just wanted to be this as a positive message for you guys, and I hope this video kind of helped you with that, with downsizing, dealing with change, and just new situations in your life coming up and embracing them. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, this kind of update video for you guys, positive message at the end. Subscribe to me so you don't miss out on any of my videos, guys. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I see you in my next video. Bye. Elli. Things you do when your spiralizer is broken. You just use the blade.